So I got this really cool iPhone cinematic setup from Freewell. And it looks awesome, but also has a lot of accessories with this, including a selfie grip. But let me just go ahead and share them with you.
Mr. Black.
By the way, welcome to the channel. My name is Danny Black. I love to share with you cool gear that comes my way. If you're new here, don't be a stranger. I'll put links to everything down in the description, plus a surprise link. And on this channel, I'm not trying to get you to spend your money. I just want to show you what's out there and show you what it does and how it works, and then where to get it in case you're in the market for it. All right, so here's the setup, and first things first is the case from Freewell. I have this for the 13 Pro, but you could also get this for the 13 Pro Max, 14 Pro, and 14 Pro Max. And in the future, probably 15 and 15 Pro, all that stuff. And it's a nice looking case. There's good, strong material to protect your phone from any drops. They have these little cutout holes for a wrist strap or a lanyard. And it works with MagSafe in case you have any MagSafe accessories. But the overall design is really cool. The button cutouts are really nice, little kind of metallic feeling. And there are also slots for lens accessories, which we'll get into soon. And then next we have this selfie grip, which feels really solid. Like it's really good, made from real good material. It's really solid in your hands, and also has a really nice rubber grip inside to just hold onto your phone a little bit better. And what this basically does is you put this on your phone and now you have a shutter grip. And so what that means is you can turn this thing on and it connects via Bluetooth, and then you can either take pictures with your phone or you can start and stop your recording up to 30 feet away. There's a cold shoe on the top for lights or mics. It's loaded with quarter thread mounts, 3 on the top and 3 on the bottom. But it also gives you an Arctic clamp for all those tripods and ball heads that use this mount. And the other cool thing is you can pull this out and flip it down, and now you got a hand grip, but also you can extend it to about 6 inches. But then you can also spin the phone around. That way you can kind of angle it to get the kind of shot you want if you're vlogging like that, or if you want to get more creative shots from the side or something like that. It just works really well, easy to use, and very compact. But now let's get into the filters. We have an anamorphic set, a variable ND filter, and snow mist filter. But looking at their variable ND filter set, this thing's really cool, by the way. But it just magnetically clips on your case that easily. And because it goes over all the lenses, you can use your ultra wide, wide, and telephoto lenses on here. You can have that ND filter from 1 stop to 5 stops, which is like the equivalent of ND4 to ND32. And the best way to kind of describe this is you can add motion blur to this, getting a more cinematic look. So this is me on a skateboard with no filter at all. And if I pause the shot, it just looks like I'm standing on the board. There's no motion to it at all. Now, if I put on this variable filter, and I can go from 1 to 5, and the higher you get, the more dramatic the motion blur looks. So on 5, you can see a huge difference between no filter at all, and if I pause it, yeah, you feel that motion. So something like this is perfect if you're filming with your phone and you need to add that kind of motion to your shot. But also this is great if you're just taking pictures and you want to get like light trails, or if you want to get that smooth water effect, this is what you'd want to use. Now the next one that I want to share with you is the snow mist filter. And you can kind of see it when I hold it up to the lens that you have a little bit of a mist effect. And this one clips onto your phone case as well magnetically, just super easy. And that makes it so you can use any lens on your camera and still get this effect. But it reduces the contrast and it also enhances the picture. It just gives it a more atmospheric effect and softens the skin, which is great if you're trying to just do some portrait shots or you're filming anything with people or faces. It's just kind of a nice little glow effect. It's not overly done, but it looks really nice. And now we come to the anamorphic, or as they call it, cinemorphic. Now this one doesn't pop on magnetically, but that's why you have these little cutouts on here. So you just pop it on there and you twist it to lock it in place. And what it does is it just gives you that wider field of view without any of that fish eye look. But it also crops in the top and the bottom, giving that real anamorphic cinematic look. Now, if you are editing this footage later and you're just shooting in your regular camera app, you might have to just like kind of pull it out and squeeze it out. Or you can use an app like Filmora Pro or Pro Movie, and there's like an anamorphic setting that you can turn on. And then when you're recording it in that, it actually does that for you automatically. But this is just a real fun lens to use, and it just makes any old boring shot look really cinematic. And also because it is anamorphic, it gives you that lens flare at night. Now, if you want to add that motion blur to it, you can screw off this top part right here. This is the UV lens, but they also have an ND8, ND16, ND32, and ND64 that you just screw on to the anamorphic lens. These lenses also have a protective layer to shield it from dirt and dust and scratches. And if you have like an ND64 on it, it just gives you way more motion blur on it. Perfect if you're trying to capture anything that has heavy motion to it, just making it really feel like you can feel the speed. So it's really nice. The whole lens system is good. And it's also future-proof to work on future phones and stuff like that. You just have to get the case for it. Maybe you're filming like an independent movie and you just want it to look more cinematic. This is a great way to achieve that. But that's it for today's video. Really cool products here, and also just made really well. You can tell if you're holding this in your hand, they don't feel cheap. They feel really quality made. But thanks again for watching. I have a lot of products and really cool things to share with you soon. So stay tuned. I'll see you next time.
Mr. Black.
Can we call you Uncle Blackie?
No.